Welcome back to Geneforge 3. Stone Spire. Oh man, it's like a spire of stone. You enter Stone Spire, the largest town on Gull Island. So much for this island not being fit for life. You immediately recognise it as a settlement built by and for Shapers. Oh god, please no. It's a collection of well-built stone domes clustered around a large central meeting place. However, the Shapers control this place no longer. Okay, good. I thought we were going to get in trouble for killing Rahul and stuff. There is no sign of any members of your sect or of human guards. Instead, the town is guarded by bands of armed serviles. They are dirty, wild-looking creatures who clearly haven't answered to Shapers for years, if ever. They all have swords. Many have batons hanging from their belts, and some bear strange tattoos on their exposed skin. Not this again. The servile guards look nervous and agitated. They are bothered by your presence, but they make no moves to obstruct you. They have probably been told that you have done some things to help their cause. Then cheer up and stop being agitated. However, the truce between you and these rebels may be short-lived if you make a wrong move. Between the armed serviles and the lack of any humans visible nearby, this is a very treacherous place. Is there a lot of treachery going on? While you are nervous, I'm not. Greta seems strangely calm and comfortable. Strange, isn't it? Serviles always seemed so helpless, so dependent on us, and yet here they are, functioning just fine on their own. We should find their leader, yes? No. What do you mean here they are? Doing whatever you said they were doing. They're agitated and stuff. Hello. When you try to speak with the servile guard, it just stares at you grimly. It will let you remain in town for now, but it won't actually actively help you. All it says is, talk to Master Elec, Centre Courtyard. He one will deal with you. And beware, you take misstep, you pay. Oh, I took a misstep and fell in the pond. Who was that? Someone legged it from this shop. No, it's my shop now. Damn, I was going to nick stuff. Oi, Saucer. You saucy git. The blacksmith is one of the few humans left in Stone Spire. Oh, I thought you said there were no humans. Maybe just none that I could see. She looks very tired and nervous. When you enter, she is working frantically. No, she was outside the shop actually, then she came running in to make it look like she was working. Trying to use work to distract herself from everything that has been happening. When you enter, she looks around and then smiles in relief. She says, "This is a good day to see a Shaper. I'm Saucer. Welcome to my smithy. I'm still in business despite everything. Can I trade with you by any chance?" Of course. She's relieved to be able to concentrate on business. I have blades and human-sized armour for sale, and since supplies are tight everywhere, I'd be happy to barter for your extra gear. Why do you have human-sized armour? There aren't any humans here. See, I don't want any of this is the problem. I'll trade you for some shaped stuff though, I guess. What's essence for Ambroses? Junk, that's what. Sure, I don't have a shaped shield. Oh, right. I don't have a shaped shield right now. Bloody hell! Here, let me drop that for a sec. Come back. Now I can sell things. Ah, good. Alright, I was going to dump those, wasn't I? Yum. Great, now I can't sell things again. I bought one thing. I didn't even sell the thing I dropped. So whenever you play this, save your time and don't bother going to pick up every little item. Saucer takes a broom and sweeps up the smithy while she speaks with you. She's clearly using work as a way to distract herself from everything. What else was there? I'd like to ask about something else. Oh, yes, Shaper? The serviles have let you stay open? She's not open, the shop is. Oh, of course, they hate your kind, they really hate you. But they seem to like humans, outsiders like me, I mean. They pay me to repair their weapons and tools, make them armour, all the usual things. And you help the rebels? She looks nervous. I don't have very much choice, Shaper. If I didn't, well, they made it clear they would not be kind. Well, that's okay. I'm on their side too, if they don't fuck with me. Like they have been. Do they buy a lot of weapons? All I can make. Some of the serviles who are here, your serviles I mean, they are arming them, training them, getting them ready to fight you. Don't fight me, I'll kill them. I'll wipe the floor with them. Okay. What can you tell me about what happened here? I should not say much, it would anger the serviles, then say it quietly. Then she raises her voice again. It's not terribly complicated. The warrior serviles came in the night. They were fast. They had planned. The Shapers did not think anything like it could happen. And the ones that weren't killed were taken away. Why did you raise your voice for that? I thought you said you shouldn't say much. Did any Shapers escape? Terrified, she looks around for anyone who might be listening. Then she leans close and lowers her voice. Find McAllen. She's not far away. No, she sounds like she's going to be on the Shapers' side. Where were the surviving Shapers taken? The question leaves Sorza petrified with fear. Please, Shaper, I have to live here. Don't make me anger the serviles. You must tell me, I command it. You manage to convince her. She shudders, then she calmly walks to the entrance of the smithy and looks around. She stretches, and as she does, she casually points to the northeast. Then she enters the smithy again and starts sweeping. The northeast? I don't care. I guess I'll go there eventually, though. I have to go everywhere. Oh. This corner of town is very still and quiet. If anybody, human or servile, comes here, you see no sign of it. The sign by the path says, "Keep out!" Stonespire's residents seem to be taking that advice. Does it say that? Keep out! Shit, it does. Well, I'm not going to keep out. Keeping out is not something I generally do in day-to-day life. See, if I kept out, I wouldn't have found that. Free lidding tool. 2. Well, I'm still gonna save my living tools as much as possible. Ka-chonk. Shitting hell! Silk Song is in there. I finally found it. Is it out by the time you're seeing this? Hello, sexy? Drak on Sicoris. It's almost Dracaris. This small building turns out to be the home of a single inhabitant. Oh, single, eh? Hi there. Not that I would mind if you were in a relationship already. I don't mind sharing, or being shared. It's a massive reptilian creation, over 12 feet tall. Oh! It has a bow. Oh, it has to bow its head. It hasn't got the bow on its head. To keep from bumping it against the roof of the dome. Why do you live here then? When it sees that you have violated its privacy, it's furious. Ass! Oh yeah, you can have it if you want. Who disturbs the thoughts of Drakon Sicaris? I told Elec I would be left alone to observe and report. What, you told Elec you would be left alone? Is that your decision? Because you are Shaper who aids us, you are not dead now, but leave me. Where did you come from? I was sent by Akari Blaze to observe, and that is all. Leave me. Alright, I'll go. And do not be back. Gosh. Angry Bastard Software Incorporated. I think, yeah, it's the Beast Maker Woods to the right, or whatever it's called. Beast Keeper's World. What the fuck is going on over here? Some whooshage. I'm gonna have a look. Who are you? Get back here. Get back here. Corey. You can only see one human guard patrolling this town. Again, I thought there were no humans. God. Suddenly there's surprising amounts of them. 2. She is young and thin, and she looks fast on her feet. She wears nice but ill-fitting steel armour, and a long thin blade hangs from her belt. She's holding it, actually, up in the air. She looks at you skeptically as you approach. I am Corey, she says. I hope you come in peace, Shaper, and don't cause any disruptions. You're a guard here? What do you think? No, she's just cosplaying. Just another soldier defending the serviles here against you. Oh, I'm not doing anything. Why me? I've been a guard for years, but this is the first time I've felt I'm defending something worth defending. I don't spend most of my time here though, I spend most of it in the tunnels to the west cleaning up the monsters. I'll do that, you can stay here now. Tunnels to the west? Under the mountains where the Shapers did most of their experiments and made most of their freaks. Oi! Some of them are very handsome. That is what the island was for. This island was for, you know, making twisted, agonized freaks. You should go, Shaper. Go see what lives under those mountains. An endless series of horrors made for the amusement of Shaper Agatha Christie. I'm gonna Stabbatha Christie her. Probably. Why are you back in town now? To get more supplies, ammunition. In the tunnels due west of here, there is a nest of clawbugs, dark red shells, very fast, very violent, nasty creatures. More than I could handle alone. Well, that's why I'll go do it for you, for a fair payment. I don't want money though, I just want a useful item. She thinks for a moment and smiles, but Shaper, they are rogues, you know. A whole nest of them, surely you can't stand that for that to be there. If you can kill 8 of the things, is that all? I'll give you the supplies I was going to use to hunt them. She chuckles. Just a little reward for doing your job. Yeah, fine by me. Are the tunnels the only place you have to fight monsters? Of course not, but they are what Master Elec once cleared out, most. There are a lot of monsters outside, to the north of town. They're everywhere, really. Wherever you go. Any map you go to, there's bound to be monsters. They were the pets of the Shapers who ruled here. We made the Shapers send them outside when we took over. Master Elec mourns the loss of fellow creations, but he says they will have to be killed eventually. They're too unpredictable and dangerous. Not too unlike Shapers then, are you? Nah, makes sense in this case. Corrie watches you as intently as the serviles do. Like them, she sees you mainly as a threat. Yes, what do you want now? Did I do everything here? Yes. What can you tell me about the rebellion? I'm not sure what you expect me to say to that, Shaper. I approve of it. I joined it eagerly. My time as a soldier here, seeing the serviles suffer from the fear and cold and bone-crushing work, made it a relief when it happened. Damn right. Tell me about the rebellion. Oh, I'm sure plenty of people in town would be glad to recall the story. That long night, the serviles slipped into town, knowing that there was one guard who would be sure not to notice them. You! One woman who would let them by. Corrie had better hope that the Shapers never retake this island. Her betrayal would not be forgiven. The serviles are not happy? Obviously. They are as miserable as such creatures could possibly be. The research here created lots of rogues and it terrified them. And the cold and the work. Master Elec had an easy time recruiting them. I simply do not see how your kind can justify your treatment of them. How can you? I cannot. They were clearly treated unfairly. Of course they were, and if Master Elec and the other serviles will speak with you, I think you should go speak with them. It's time for your kind to begin making a long series of amends. How can we? The land is being burned. That sounds more like we're being killed before we can make amends. So that's just great, that is. Good though, the Shapers should piss off. Quite honestly. 8? Well, these are going to be rewards, aren't they? Let's make a note of that, I guess. 4th island. Stone Spire! Top right. 2 locked doors. 2 majorly locked doors. Not too major, I could unlock them, but actually I want to see what's in them. I wish to know. Oh! Kill. I don't care. What's in the other one? It's kind of against the spirit of it, isn't it? But major heal. That is something I would like. It's probably a reward for that, isn't it? Maybe. I don't know. Would canisters be considered supplies? Probably not. She went into that room. But she's just a guard, she probably wouldn't use canisters or call them supplies to deal with the creatures. But then you never know really, do you? sometimes the writing is a little bit shit. No, it isn't. Well, kind of, sometimes. There are some inconsistencies here and there. Who's in here? Another angry bastard? What the hell? It's Greta. No, it's McAllen. Oh, hi. It's McAllister. Why am I taking these things? Here, have trash. Ugh. Here you go, McAllen. I found all this stuff for you. This woman has dressed herself to look like a huntress, someone who brings in game for meat and tracks down and eliminates annoying pests. Her boots are worn and her clothes are dirty. Why is everyone here dirty? However, you instantly recognise her for what she really is. Her bearing, the faint stains on her hands. She hasn't got foot stains on her hands. She hasn't been rubbing feet. The faintest odour of essence in the air. She is an agent. She either came to infiltrate the island or she managed to escape the rebels' advance. When she sees you, she notes that you have recognised her correctly. She smiles. Well met then. We can pass some introductions and proceed to the real information. I'm Agent McAllen. I'm glad to see you. How did you get here? I'm not good at reading today, evidently. What else is new? Yes, my position here. I should tell you my story first, so you know where we all stand. I was an agent for Shaper Agatha Christie, the one who commanded this isle, and who is now the prisoner of these accursed rogues. Excuse me, we're enemies. I was lucky enough to escape their attack. Hiding back here in a building that nobody can see, I guess. How did the rogues overcome you? Well, they didn't, because she's alive, and here. Well, we were not fools. For months before the attacks began and the quarantine started, we knew that something was happening. We saw the serviles acting strangely. They were quiet and nervous. Some disappeared. Then we saw lights on the Isle of Spears to the north. A group was sent to investigate, and they did not return. Maybe they fell in the ocean or got eaten by a shark creature. I was sent west to confer with Kirik. He is reclusive and eccentric, but we thought he might have some insight to give us. While I was journeying back from our meeting, it happened. What happened? Long knives in the night. It turns out when a shaper wakes up with a creation's blade at his throat, it's easy to get him to submit. Weak shapers. Pfft. Tell him to dismiss his creations, then knock him unconscious. Some of the serviles who attacked us were converted by the rogues, like that Elec. They were bitter, and that was where the ugliness came from, I think. What happened to the creations? McAllen laughs bitterly. The Shapers were forced to order them out of town to the north, and then the Shapers were killed or taken away. The creations are still out there, alone and rapidly going rogue. The foolish serviles, even armed they won't go out the north gate. The rogues are too dangerous. What ugliness? Some of the captured Shapers were killed badly. What do you mean killed badly? Can you be killed goodly? I can still hear their cries in my mind. The rest, they were taken somewhere. I've not been able to find out where yet, northeast. But I'm going to kill you, so you're not going to be able to use that info. I've been doing all I can to evade capture and establish myself here. You're giving me an awful lot of information, considering news apparently has gotten out about me not joining the Shapers. I guess you haven't been keeping up with it. You haven't bought the newspaper recently. Everyone else seems to have, for fuck's sake. How did you manage that? This disguise as a hunter. I thought it was huntress, actually. I came into town. They thought I was only an outsider, human, so they let me in. Let me be, actually. Some of the humans already here recognized me, but I let them know what would happen to them if they exposed me, so they let me be. And that's my tale. I'm spying, watching, trying to find something worth reporting to Lord Rahul. Yeah, good luck with that. Oh. I've got a sword I can show you if you want proof that he's not worth going to see. Not to mention finding a way off this isle. Boat, probably. Or, if you're a really skill agent, maybe you can fire a thorn and jump on top of it and ride it across the ocean, through the air. Just like riding a bullet in Virus Bloke 2. And now that you're here, perhaps we can plan, and I'm sure there is much more you want to know. Not right now. Can you train me? I can try, though I'm not a very good teacher. I can instruct you in areas in which you haven't learned much already. What can you do? Oh fuck yes. Oh, money usage. Mail it. Why did I do that? Quick action. Might as well get some strong days, just in case. Steel skin is only good on one. We use acid shower sometimes. Mental magic, why not? Parry, why not? There we go. Why not? Ah, I have no money. I'd like to know more about this island. Gull Island, chilly rock, isn't it? I don't know, there's no temperature immersion with this game. They haven't invented that yet. This is a Shaper settlement. They used it for research. Well, they use it for research. Well, used it. It's nice and remote, easy to quarantine if something goes wrong. And when doesn't something go wrong, eh? What were they researching? Oh, I don't know. Shaper Agatha Christie was Can you stop that? Just call her Agatha. Oh, sorry. Shaper Agatha was friendly enough, but she wouldn't say any of that to me. Probably just the standard stuff. Artilla's a little faster, Glark's a little more heat resistant, and so on. Trust me, creatures don't need more heat resistance. Why would things here be heat resistant anyway if it's a chilly rock? Shouldn't they be like cold resistant if anything? Why were there inferno worms on a chilly rock? Immersion ruined. Where did the research take place? Mostly in the mountains to the west, many big natural caves and plenty of expansions dug out by the serviles. Be careful in there. I'm sure plenty of the creatures escaped when the Shapers were taken. What other islands are near here? Well, you're near the end of the chain now. How do you know I've come from the other direction? What if I'm coming from Isle of Spears, and I've only just started the adventure? Yeah. You didn't know, did you? There's a second campaign in this. We're only in chapter 1. The second one you play as Latalia going from Isle of Spears all the way to the first island. So this is going to be a long playthrough. I'm lying, actually. Or am I? I don't know. You probably don't know this game, do you? If you don't, you should. Play the remakes, they're really good. There is the Isle of Spears to the north, but that's just a big unoccupied lump of ice and rock. I don't think there should be a comma after unoccupied. Because it's an unoccupied lump of ice and rock. It's not big, unoccupied, and a lump of ice and rock. There's also a few little islands to the west of Gull Island, but there's nothing on them. At least nothing anyone would tell me about. Maybe that's where an optional dungeon is in this game. I think there's probably one. The Isle of Spears is empty. She looks uncomfortable. Well, that's what we thought, but as I said before, we'd started to see lights on it. It's just the northern lights, it's just Aurora Borealis at this time of night, localised entirely on the Isle of Spears. We sent a party up there to see if they could find something, but they haven't come back. Maybe they're just partying. You said there's lights up there, maybe it's a giant disco. I hope so. Or a nightclub. And then, well, the rebellion. So I think we have to put the population of the Isle of Spears as unknown for the moment. I have another question. Agent McKellen says, what else do you need to know? There is very much to be done. More about the island. Okay. Tell me more about the captured Shapers. There were about 15 of our sect on this island, with support humans and a lot of serviles. Too many now that I think about it. At least 5 Shapers died, some ran off to the west to hide, and I believe that at least 4, including Shaper Agatha, are held somewhere. What about the other 5? Where are they being held? I do not know, no idea. It's a very, very difficult to explore the island right now. Why are they being held prisoner? I do not know for sure that they are. I just think that had they been killed, one of the serviles would have let it slip. When the first few Shapers were murdered, the serviles couldn't stop talking about it. First few? I thought you said 5 of them. A few is 3. No, a few can mean, like, just a small number as well. So I think they're alive, but I don't know why they are being held. Shapers are dangerous after all. I'm sure Master Elec has a reason. She chuckles. Don't think he'd want to share it with me, though. He'll share it with me, don't you worry. Unless I need to boost my leadership more. Tell me more about Shaper Agatha. I worked for her for the last year or two. She sent me all over the place, surveying the island, tracking down escaped rogues and so on. Don't ask me what research she was doing though. She was tight-lipped about it, even for a Shaper. Was there anything else in here? No. What? Oh. No, I thought these were lit up for some reason. Any advice about what I should do? I think so. When the rebels attacked, I was returning from visiting Kirik. He's a strange one with lots of weird ideas, but he's powerful, and he is not disloyal. Well, I am, so we're not going to get along. His message to Agatha was that the situation was serious, and she had to act. He recognized the problem before anyone else did. I think you should go west. You should see Kirik. If anyone can help you restore order here, he can. Okay, we're done here. Now I can start selling stuff. This is glorious now. I can get all my money back and do more training. And then I can go back for those items I left behind. Oh, I can start picking stuff up again. Oh! This is the best day of life. Spending all my dosh and then getting more. God. I guess I'll finish looking around town first. At least at the end of this part I'm going to go back and pick up everything I can. Next time you'll see me with 10,000 quid, probably not. Is there anything going on over here? Guess not. Who are you? Get back here, Maker. What a silly name. Stop! There is a lone merchant out here looking over the wagons and trying to stay away from the rest of town. The chilly weather doesn't seem to bother her. So many female voices to do here, and they're all the same. And they're all the same. It came out moldily. Sent out moldily. Yeah, I'm not very good at speaking today. When you approach, she moves to the side of one of her wagons. It looks like it has some Shaper equipment and research supplies inside. Is she the one who wants the equipment? She tries to smile in greeting, but it doesn't work out. She says, "Good afternoon. It is good to see a Shaper here. I am Maker. Like you, I have travelled far to be here, and this, for now, is my humble little business." What do you have for sale? A lot of illegal shit. Anything else that I want to buy eventually? Probably those. I don't know. Otherwise, not really. Utterly ridiculous prices. Why are you standing out here? I'm not afraid to tell you. I'm avoiding the serviles. I'm loyal to the Shapers. Oh, fuck off then. If you were loyal to the Shapers, why are you selling their equipment? Doesn't that sound a bit illegal? I'm not a rebel, and I do not want to spend time about a pack of violent thugs. You're not even far from town. They do not seem unkind to humans, only Shapers, but I still do not want to be around them. Do you know anything about the rebellion? No, the night it happened I hid under my wagon, but it was no surprise to me. I could have warned them, if Shaper Agatha would even listen to an outsider. Or ever listen. How did you know? There were lots of serviles out here. They hated the cold, and they were made to work desperately hard, mining out tunnels in the mountains to the west for research. And serviles are terrified of other creations, and the Shapers were making new, erratic creations all the time. The serviles are strong in body, but weak in mind. But, they must have been easy to recruit. I have another question. Maker continues to stand near her wagon, hoping that she can sell you some supplies. You just did. She certainly seems unwilling to deal with the serviles. Then why are you here? In a town of serviles trying to sell stuff. Did I do everything here? Where did the Shapers go? The ones they didn't murder? I do not know. Are you originally from this island? No, I'm a merchant, as you can see. That doesn't mean you're not from this island. I took orders from the island for research supplies. Stopwatch fell off the shelf. I caught it though. Some mundane, some rare. I went to the mainland to track them down, and then I brought them back. It was a very good business helping the Shapers here, when there were Shapers working here. So you weren't stopped by the quarantine then? Have you been here long? Surely you've been here for weeks if the quarantine's been going on that long. If not more. How have you survived? Did anyone here do anything besides research? Not really. The settlement on Gull Island was never large, just shapers and their servants doing work in a remote place. Do you know what they were researching? I have no idea. Even for shapers, the lot here was secretive. Secrete. Sometimes on the mainland a shaper would show me a new creation or interesting device. Ordinary, boasting, understandable. But here, Shaper Agatha and the others were determined that I knew nothing. Fine by me as long as they paid. Yeah, that's alright. What a dance. Oh, Frosty Bob. Courting the ladies as always. Well, thanks for watching. See you next time, where I will be far more rich. Alright, stop Bob. There's no time for that. Hang on, what's this? Nothing. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time, where I will be a bit more rich than 118 coins. And, yeah. We'll finish exploring this town, won't we? Won't we just? Goodbye. Thanks for watching. I think I already said that twice, maybe even.